In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, we are back with a brand new series only available on Peacock entitled
Bel-Air.
Now, I know y'all sitting there wondering, like, Bel-Air? The only time we talk about Bel-Air is when we talking about the Fresh Prince and baby. We are back with the one and only Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith. Okay, so Peacock has brought out this new dark version of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And by dark, I mean realistic version of Bel-Air.
We have all of our same characters that we knew and loved from the original comedy sitcom, but y'all, these people got a whole new world.
The world we live in.
So y'all, this video gonna just be a little bit all over the place because we just need to, you know, discuss these characters, discuss really what's going on, and just, you know, get acquainted with each other in this show. Okay, you feel me? Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, just keep up. So I'm just gonna talk about everything that's happened so far. Episodes 1 through 3 all came out in one day, and then episode 4 just came out. So I'm just gonna talk about all of my thoughts, and I figured the best way that I could organize my thoughts is by talking about each character and what's going on with them, how they're different from their character on the sitcom, and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's just start with the Fresh Prince himself. So the show opens up, and basically the show opens up with the title song. Will spending his time on the playground, and y'all, shit got real. And shit really got real because Will low-key about that action.
So Will was a D1 prospect in high school, you know, playing basketball, killing the game, y'all. Like, he was a star player on his Philadelphia team.
So him and his boys at the park, they get into an altercation. Will starts swinging on niggas. It's a gun involved. This nigga Will start busting in the air. He get bust down by the police with a dirty gun in his hand.
It was a mess.
Him and the ops went to jail. The ops like, yeah, nigga, I'm at your head.
About to kill your ass, nigga.
So, you know, Will scared already. Moms ain't waste no time. Moms ain't even let Will go back to the house after he got out of jail and take a shower.
This nigga went to school, went to play basketball, got in a fight, got arrested, woke up, got out of jail, and went right on the plane to Bel-Air. Y'all know that nigga was funky. Okay, he ain't getting out a chance to do nothing.
Moms, you bogus for that. At least let the man show up fresh.
One little thing. My mom's got scared. She said, "Jump over my auntie and uncle in Bel-Air."
Will gets to Bel-Air. He meets Jazz, who is not really, you know, the Jazz we know. We'll get into Jazz in a minute. But Will gets to Bel-Air. His life starts to play out, okay? So I do like the way that they are portraying Will. He is still, like, you know, goofy and stuff, but he is more modern. He is more like how a teenager would act in our day. Who I still got the most questions about, Geoffrey. So we knew and loved Geoffrey for his little sly remarks. And, you know, he always had something shady to say, but he was the butler of the house.
So for the first couple episodes, I definitely was like, Geoffrey ain't no butler.
Geoffrey ain't answered no doors. Geoffrey ain't poured no drinks. Geoffrey ain't made no meals. Geoffrey ain't did no butlering. Geoffrey not the butler. And I was right. I said from episode 1, Geoffrey was the shooter because he just always around and he really ain't been revealed to what exactly he's doing. And I thought that was odd because everybody else is being shown what they doing, what they got going on. And Geoffrey just there at the house chilling, just sitting on his iPad, having drinks with Uncle Phil, shooting pool. Like, bro, you are not the help. You are not the help. Geoffrey is the shooter. And I really knew he was the shooter when Will tried to sneak out of the house with Jazz. And Geoffrey and Uncle Phil pulled up on them on the side of the car. And Geoffrey got out on Jazz's window like,
"Cut the engine."
I'm like, nah, he done this before. He done this before. So Geoffrey is definitely the shooter, and that was just confirmed for us in the most previous episode, episode 4, when Will went to Geoffrey about his issues back home.
And
by the end of that day, his ops was dead. Y'all, his ops was dead.
His ops was dead.
So Geoffrey is definitely the shooter. Definitely be handling everybody in the house. He know everybody whereabouts. He know what's going on with everybody. He handling stuff before Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv even know about it. Will went to go talk to him about handling his issue. He told Will, oh yeah, you ain't got to worry with them. Don't even tell them about this. Just let me handle it. I got it. Geoffrey had already paid off the ops. Geoffrey had paid the ops $10K, and then when his mans who had been watching Will put up like, bro found out he, you know, Uncle Phil got more money than we let on before. He wants more. Geoffrey said, we not paying.
Geoffrey said, we're not paying. We're not coming out of pocket no more. I'm gonna pay for your silence. Okay, I'm gonna pay for your silence with your life.
So Geoffrey got the ops hit in the strip club, and Will at the end of the episode was like,
what the fuck?
Geoffrey is not one to be fucked with. We still don't know the scope of his job and what all Uncle Phil has him doing on the payroll, but we do know that he is managing the house. He is Uncle Phil's assistant. He is Jamaican and he went to Britain. We still don't even know how him and Uncle Phil know each other. So I definitely need some more info and some more background on Geoffrey, because Geoffrey a real hitter. I need a nigga like Geoffrey on my team. You feel me? Handle my light work, Jeff. Handle it. Let's just get into the villain of the show. This a nigga Carlton, okay?
This nigga Carlton is a crackhead, y'all. This nigga Carlton got a problem. He be snorting Xanax, and I just cannot deal, okay?
So Carlton has a real problem with Will. Carlton knows that Will is there for a reason more than just, oh, I'm here for a better education.
Carlton like, boy, you's a liar. I know it's something going on, and I'm gonna figure out what it is.
So from day one, Carlton and Will had beef because Carlton was already looking down upon Will. Things got worse because Will decided he wanted to go after Carlton's ex. I'm so irritated that they made Carlton's ex
Lisa.
We gonna get into her in a minute. But y'all, Carlton and Will done got into fist fights. They done got into altercations, arguments, all type of stuff already. The family was showing Will more love than Carlton when they had a basketball and lacrosse game on the same day. Carlton is literally just out for blood at this point. In this most recent episode, they played nice because they had to go out and get some votes, get some people to register to vote for Uncle Phil. But y'all, it's not gonna last. Carlton is playing chess, literally. He is playing chess, and these niggas is playing checkers.
Carlton is exactly how you would expect him to be. He's just so ugly. I hate his face. Like, he gets on my nerves. And he just acts exactly how you would expect him to. He let his white friends say nigga.
He tries to exploit the poor communities. He calls black people these people. Like, Carlton, boy, you better, I don't know what you're going to be able to do to get your redemption arc by the end of the season or at all, because you damn near gonna have to die or something and come back to life for me to feel sorry for you, because I do not like him. I don't like his character. I think they did that perfectly. I don't know if they're going to try to switch it up later on down the line, like how they did in the actual Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and have Will and Carlton become cool. But if this gets renewed for more than one season, then maybe we could explore that option. But I feel like for this season, Carlton is going to remain the villain. Let's just get into Hilary, y'all. So Hilary is not like the dumb airhead that we know from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She is, you know, still a spoiled brat, but she's a foodie influencer. So she cooks and has recipes. She has her own seasoning line. And basically her arc of the story is trying to come into her own, trying to find her way. And Will is also there helping her, giving her encouragement. And it seems like they are really forming a bond and a friendship throughout the show. So Hilary had a job offer that she blundered, and, you know, she didn't want it because they were talking about, you know, their target demographic isn't black people. So she turned that down. Her mother was mad because she put some strings to get her into that. And on this most recent episode, she actually got accepted into an influencer house. So I guess Hilary will be moving out and moving into an influencer house in LA. Something bad I feel like is gonna happen in this house, because she did say she gets to live there for free. I just don't foresee this going very well. I feel like Hilary will be back home soon. So let's just talk about Uncle Phil. So I was a little disappointed to see that this Uncle Phil wasn't like, you know, all plump and, you know, at least bigger than everybody else.
But I ain't gonna lie, dude low-key kind of fine.
So anyway, you know, Uncle Phil is Uncle Phil. He is running for district attorney in Los Angeles. So obviously Uncle Phil is rich. We don't really know how Uncle Phil has amassed such fortune, because being just a lawyer in LA, like, I don't believe that they get paid that much. Uncle Phil definitely doing some shady shit, y'all. And they keep making it a note to talk about how much money he has, why the black community doesn't relate to him and all that stuff. Uncle Phil's struggle while on his campaign is relating to black people, getting black people to trust him, to believe in him, and trying to just gain the black vote. I feel like this is definitely a little bit different from Fresh Prince in the sense that we definitely see more black people. When the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air first started, Will was surrounded by like all white people. They were the only black people. Uncle Phil actually hangs around his peers. He actually hangs around other black people, other successful black people, but they are definitely not as rich as him.
You feel me? Like, they got money, they might, you know, have status and influence, but Uncle Phil got that bag.
Big bank banks, okay?
He rolling in the dough, okay?
Swimming in money.
I'm eager to see how much Uncle Phil really knows about what Geoffrey be on, because I kind of feel like he just has it for plausible deniability. He like, Geoffrey handled that, so I ain't got nothing about it. So when somebody asks me, I can tell the truth and be like, I don't know. What is Uncle Phil really on? Like, Uncle Phil, he about that action, you can tell. And I just want to know how much action he's about. So while Will and Carlton were out helping with the campaign for Uncle Phil, Will figured out a better way to get the black community to feel comfortable with Uncle Phil and invited them to an event that Uncle Phil was hosting. So at this event, Uncle Phil went on the record and said that he was going to defund the police and make sure that the police aren't crooked and all this stuff. And his buddy, one of his best buddies, is the police chief. And y'all will never guess who daddy it is.
Lisa.
Now let's talk about Aunt Viv. So Aunt Viv is obviously trying to portray black Aunt Viv from the show, but I don't know, she kind of falling a little flat for me, only in the sense like I need her to just be on everybody's ass a little bit more. Like, she's not being like your typical black mama. Like, you know, she's still a little bit in everybody's business, but I feel like she's just a little too lenient, a little too lax.
I feel like she needs to be more on everybody's ass, like how Geoffrey on everybody's ass. Like, girl, you need to know what's going on. Like, I need her to know all the moves before they being done, and she be low-key the one like, hey, you not slick. You're not slick. I know what you're doing.
Only thing she did was seeing Ashley texting her little friends on her phone, and that's just because she was standing right by her. So anyway, Aunt Viv's storyline, we don't have much information about her except that we know that she used to be a painter. She's an artist, and she just hasn't been putting out work. So it seemed like from this last episode that she's going to start rekindling that flame and that passion that she has for art.
And it kind of sounded like her friend was trying to hook her up with a past fling or something. I don't know, y'all, but I kind of feel like Aunt Viv finna cheat on Uncle Phil.
I feel like she gonna get caught up in a scandal or something while his campaign going on, and something gonna hit the fan with her. I just feel like it's gonna be some sort of scandal with another man, especially because you can sense the tension between her and Uncle Phil. Like, I'm not getting that love and affection, like that endearing love life that I got from Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It seems more like they like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that energy together, okay? Like, I ain't feeling it. Let's just talk about Ashley. So Ashley hasn't had much time on screen, but we did get to meet our little cousin. I don't know what to say about her. So Ashley's a little weird. She snuck off from Hilary to go hang out with her gamer friend. I guess they're trying to make Ashley a 12-year-old lesbian. Y'all, I guess. I don't have anything to say about that, but it seems like, you know, Ashley is into her teenage adolescence. On Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she was boy crazy, so I don't know if they're trying to make her have a crush on a girl or what. I don't know. Ashley's storyline is just weird to me. She hang around this weird group of gamers, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like they definitely did some foreshadowing when Geoffrey came and found her at her friend's house, and he told her, like, you know, your parents are very important people, and there's people out here who are willing to hurt you to extort them. So I just feel like that's some foreshadowing. She gonna get herself in some shit trying to meet some of her little online friends or something, and something gonna happen. Mark my words, something is gonna happen to Ashley. So Lisa, she is the source of conflict between Will and Carlton, and she's just, I don't understand. Like, if she's supposed to be our Lisa, like Nia Long Lisa, I don't understand why they made her Carlton's ex.
She knows the mama, the daddy. She know everybody. She know the family. Aunt Viv was cool with her deceased mother. Like, y'all, I don't like it.
Will didn't even give himself a chance to meet nobody new. Like, Will in The Fresh Prince was a playboy. He was, you know, all about the ladies. He was trying to get all the chicks, all the numbers, and they are just completely ignoring that so he can have Carlton's sloppy seconds. I don't like it. Like, nothing against the actress who is playing Lisa, but I'm not seeing what's so special about her. Why is it that Will is just fixated on her? You're in LA and you didn't get a chance to go see any other women. You just gonna choose Carlton's ex. I just don't like her. Everything about this Lisa is problematic, y'all.
Like, I'm just not buying that little storyline. I don't like her character. I don't like her character at all. And I just hope that if this gets renewed further on, that's not endgame. That they just had to use the character that we know and love to, you know, move the storyline along, but then they're gonna find some new characters, bring some new people in, give him a new girl, because I cannot with that.
Will and Carlton got in a whole fist fight over this girl. Carlton pushed Will in the pool. It's just too much. And it's like, why? Carlton, you can have her, bro. You can have her. So this nigga Jazz, y'all. So Jazz a little cutie, okay? And from what it seemed like, they're not gonna have the dynamic of Jazz getting tossed out the house. It seemed like Hilary might actually be going for Jazz. So Jazz actually Ubers. He drive a nice little old school, and that's how him and Will met in the first episode. He Ubered him to the house. They became quick friends. And not only does he Uber, but he owns a record store that belongs to his uncle. So Ashley and Hilary came and visited the record store. She done got Jazz on Instagram. He about to blow up. Y'all, it seemed like Hilary was feeling Jazz to me.
It seemed like she was feeling him and he was feeling her. It seemed like the feels was mutual, okay?
So that's definitely something new. I'm eager to see how his character develops. I like Jazz. I like his character. I like what they're doing with him. I feel like Jazz is about to blow up on social media. I feel like he finna start feeling himself. I feel like I'm going to fuck with Jazz, okay?
I fucks with you, Jazz.
I'm team Hilary and Jazz, okay? I would love to see it. So yes, y'all, there are a lot of similarities, but there are also a lot of differences. This show is way more serious, but it is literally playing out the theme song for us. Like, they are literally playing it out before our eyes. And it's kind of crazy to think, like, damn, that was really a serious situation. And Will Smith and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they really made it a lighthearted comedy when it was really some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So Will's ops are officially gone. His friend Trey from Fresh Prince, he is actually in this show. He got shot and he is about to come visit next episode. And I just foresee him stirring the pot, okay? I just foresee Trey coming to Bel-Air, running his mouth, and things not going well.
Y'all, I know this video was kind of like all over the place, but you know, we needed to catch up on these things and just, you know, talk about the major points of what's going on, so that when I come back for the rest of the season, you know, we already up to date, we already here. You know what I'm saying? We need to be seeing we need to be on the same page.
So that's just how I feel about these characters. I feel like my favorite characters on the show right now are Jazz, Hilary, and Geoffrey. They're my three. They're my top three. And I do not like Carlton. I do not like Lisa. And yeah, you know, everybody else just A-okay. You know what I'm saying? They're alright. We're gonna have to see if I fucks with them. But thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all check out Bel-Air. Premieres Thursdays on Peacock only. And check out my other TV show reviews. I do review the Power Universe. And I will also be reviewing Snowfall. So y'all stay tuned for that. And before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you all next time. Bye. I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8. I yelled to the cabby, home, smell you later. Looked in my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel-Air. Mm-hmm.